this may be a movie review that you weren't expecting from me, and I understand because I'm more of a superhero guy if you've seen my other videos. But I just got back from seeing the Lego Movie 2. I was a big fan of the first movie. It caught me so off guard. I grew up playing with Legos. I made my own story like the kid in the movie. I would have this whole little like world. I had a rocket. I had a town. I had everything. I just loved Legos to death, and it brought me a lot of joy. And I'm really glad that this movie captured that like child innocence in playing games, but it also was teaching a bigger, better role. And I'm glad they did that with Lego Movie 2. When I first found out that they were making a Lego Movie 2, I was kind of scared because Lego Movie 1 was perfect. It had emotion, it had humor, it had good animation, it had everything, a great plot. And I was scared they wouldn't be able to capture that like most sequels do. And as I went into Lego Movie 2, in the first 5 minutes, I realized that they still had it and I was going to be okay. The humor was right on point. Chris Pratt is a perfect voice actor for an animation character, and he captures this perfectly, especially since he has to record for two characters, Ranger Fest and Emmett. And him just going back and forth was amazing, and I just really loved this one. I love how you see more of like the human side. Now, I know some people didn't really like how the Lego started moving in real life, you know, because like they said they were trying to keep it into like the real world. But I liked it because it's like, you know, this is obviously a Lego movie. Anything can go, and I really liked how you see more of the humans, you see more of the outside world, and the Lego figurines interacting with the outside world. There's this place. It's called I forgot what it's called, but it's a washer and dryer. But they like changed it like. They changed the sound of it, and that was like their star system. And at first I was like, what, are they really talking about, you know, washer and dryer? And then there's like all these scenes that take place under the washer and dryer, and it was so amazing. Like you see, like Emmett fights Rex at the end, and it was so funny, and it just like it was the build up and then the anticipation, and there was a really good message behind it. Is don't judge a book by its cover, and that's such an old saying, but it's true. You first get to this new area, you know, where basically the sister's world with I can't remember pronounce her name. It's such a weird name. The princess, and she's singing a song about not being evil, and it's not just trying to throw the characters off. It's trying to throw the audience off. You're like, oh, she's definitely evil. But at the end, you just find out she's not evil, and you're not supposed to just judge it by its cover. This whole wedding that's being talked about throughout the whole story and movie is trying to make it sound like there's going to be a black hole, when in the actual case, it's not. It's just going to be a perfect wedding combining two worlds. And it all comes down to brother and sister rivalry. Now, I'm not really used to that because I'm an only child, but a lot of my friends will probably relate to it way more. And at the end of the day, you still love your siblings. That was a big message I got across. Basically, the daughter, if you remember at the end of the first one, like the daughter's figurines come in, or the sister's figurines come in and start like terrorizing the world. Basically, she just wants to play with her brother, but her brother doesn't want to mess everything up, basically, because you have this perfect world with her dad. And the whole movie, he's like, back off, and he's basically Emmett. He's basically a direct comparison to Emmett, because Emmett is judging like these characters by a cover, and he's basically the brother, and I guess the queen would be either the queen or the I forgot her name, the one like the girl, Starship Girl, whatever. I'll put a picture right here. She is basically the sister, and it's about these two people that the girl is, I'm gonna call her Star Woman. Star Woman is basically, she's throwing off like the whole time she's throwing off these evil vibes. And basically, the Emmett and the brother think that she's just trying to destroy all this world, when in reality they just wanted to combine both worlds like the sister did. And you see the mother, because you didn't see the mother in the last movie. You saw Will Ferrell. You do hear Will Ferrell. It sucks we didn't get to see him, but I think he was filming other movies at the time. But you see the mother. She was in Grown Up, so she's worked with Will Ferrell before, and it's really cool because they keep talking about this Momageddon or something like that. Mom gonna get in, and it sounds like Mom gonna get in. Basically, at the end, they figure it out, and basically she keeps telling them to stop fighting, and finally they go into storage box, and that's when and then it just says the end, and it cuts, and you're like, and it's just like a fourth wall. This movie has a lot of fourth wall jokes, and many behind the scenes, many in your face, like such as when they're talking about the Justice League characters, and they're like, Marvel never gave us a call back. That was like such a Deadpool type of joke that was so funny, and I really messed with it. Also, look at this Black Panther freaking wristband I got, and this Captain Marvel one that came with it. I can't wait for Captain Marvel. That's going to be the next movie review, probably, because that comes out in like 2 weeks. I really can't wait. But anyways, back on topic. Lego Movie 2. This movie, I love the animation style. This and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse has the best animation style in my opinion. I love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is my all-time favorite type, but Lego Movie, I was looking at it so closely for details, and on each figurine you can see fingerprints. Like not every animation studio would do that. Ones that really cared about their job would, which most of them do. Don't get me wrong, but it's just so amazing. Like the level of detail. It's just it looks stop motion, which some of it is, but then most of it's computer generated. But it just looks like a Wes Anderson type stop motion film, and it's really awesome. I really mess with that. That's something I've always wanted to do, like stop motion movies and stuff. It takes a lot of work, but in the end, it looks just beautiful. And Wes Anderson, in my opinion, is the king of stop motion. If you haven't seen Fantastic Mr. Fox, go watch it. I still need to watch Isle of Dogs. I digress. I keep getting off topic. Emmett is one of my favorite animated characters because he has flaws, and a lot of animation movies are scared to touch on like big things, and in this one it was really judge a book by its cover. And like that's why I love WALL-E so much, because WALL-E is dealing with this heavy topic. Like this could be Earth in the next 700 years, going into space and becoming fat like 3 times of me, and that's big. And it was just but kids can watch it and enjoy it, but then adults and even some like maybe like younger / older kids can understand it, and you're like, wow, we need to take a stand. And kids are the perfect target for these movies because they're the future, and if they get these in their head, they can help make us a better future. And I love that. The Lorax was another one, and it's just amazing. Like this is such a simple concept, but a lot of kids nowadays, and even some adults, are forgetting about judging a book by its cover. A lot of the population judges a book straight off the cover. Like even me, I'll admit sometimes I judge a book by its cover. A lot of my friends that I've met in school in the past year, when they first walked in my classroom, they were weird and I thought they were quiet. But I just like talking to people. I like meeting new people, and I find out they're a lot like me. And I get probably looked like that a lot. There's been times I've seen people looking at me when I'm walking in, and they could probably judge me because, my size and all that. And I know I'm getting judged by it. And what else? What can you do? It's one person in a big world. One little fish in a small pond. Big pond. Mess that up. But it's just such the thing I love about it is it's such a simple topic, but they just made it its own movie, and they made it hammering home to kids, and I love that so much. I love the cameos in it. You have basketball players. You have Harley Quinn. You have the guy who plays Aquaman voicing Aquaman. You have the girl who plays Wonder Woman voicing Wonder Woman. You have all these iconic like characters coming back. You have Larry Poppins, you have Gandalf in his dream, and you have Superman, the Justice League, funny as ever. You have Batman, who I love. That's my favorite Lego character besides Emmett, is Batman, because I loved his standalone movie, and I love this one. And they're just I love how self-aware they are. They mention Christian Bale, they mention Michael Keaton, they mention all the other actors, Adam West, my boy Adam West, never forget. And I just love that so much about it. And I really hope they make a third one, because with these writers, the same writers who wrote Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I trust them. I think they love these characters so much, and they understand that we love them too. But if they can't find a story, or if they're scratching at their fingertips, I'd say just leave it. Anyways, future of the channel, I'm going to be talking with my friend Billy and my friend Garrett, and we're going to be kind of collabing in a way. You'll see Garrett in some reviews. I'm going on a cruise in June. I know it's far away, but I want to do a Titanic review on the cruise ship. It might be fucked up, but I just figure like I want to do something different than just a regular movie review. I think standing on the Lido deck talking about one of my favorite like instances in history, the RMS Titanic sinking, and some people might find it weird, but I think it's something different you've never seen before. I might look like a goof. I mean, I'm a hot girl walking down the Lido deck. You see me talking to a phone about the sinking of Titanic while we're in the middle of the ocean. I don't think it's gonna look good, but I don't really care as long as I think it's cool and I want to put that video out. But for the future, I'm going to be trying to get back to the 3 times a week. I'm going to try to do every day. It's just I have school. I had my aunt come in town. I had all this stuff, so I'm really sorry. That's not really an excuse. That shouldn't really be an excuse. I could have probably popped a video out in all honesty, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching. Go check out Lego Movie 2. I don't know how long it's going to be in theaters for. My next review for a new movie will be Captain Marvel. I don't know if I'm going to do a review before that yet for any other movie, but yeah, MCU movie coming up. We are 2 months out from Endgame, and basically, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. There also will be a Black Panther Oscars type of video coming out soon, and I'm giving my thoughts on the whole debate about Black Panther being in the Oscars and all that, and I hope we can debate about that. But anyways, guys, until next time, Big O Reviews,